Welcome to Melbourne, capital city of Victoria and the second largest city in Australia. Melbourne is a thriving cosmopolitan city of 4.5 million people and has been ranked as the world's most livable city for 3 consecutive years. Concerns have been expressed, however, that Melbourne's livability may be undermined as its population grows, resulting in expansion of our already sprawling suburbs. This sprawl has become possible through the availability of the car, but will our city be livable without the car, or have we sacrificed our resilience to change through a car-facilitated urban sprawl? With 4.4 million cars registered and on our roads, this means nearly every Victorian owns a car. And with 100,000 cars being added to our roads every year, our existing infrastructure will not be able to cope. Hence, removing cars from the roads will result in projected savings of $31 billion annually, meaning that the average household will be able to save $7,000 a year. Money that can be put forward to building local hospitals and clinics and cater for the needs of the growing population. And in doing so, a focus on improving our public transport network is paramount to the city's future. This video explores a hypothetical Melbourne, a 20-minute city, a city where you could easily move around in a fast, flexible manner without the need of a car. We present the idea of Melbourne as a 20-minute city at 2 scales, that of a neighbourhood, where we have the walking or cycling city, and that of a greater metropolitan area, where we have a commuting city. The importance of the central business district as a point of convergence is an outdated model for a resilient city. Melbourne's existing train network will not be able to cater for future population growth. We advocate the introduction of 10 new urban centres at strategic locations on the existing train line network. These urban centres are identified in areas that are 30 minutes from the central business district. These urban hubs are envisioned as medium to high density redevelopments, which will become centres for housing, education, business and community. This will create opportunities for employment and will activate suburbia through rejuvenation of suburban space for social interaction. These centres will be connected by rail, establishing a suburban loop that capitalises on existing road infrastructure. By connecting the existing rail lines, commuters will have an improved connectivity and more transport options. In addition, an extension of the suburban loop will facilitate commuters to and from Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport to a northern urban centre. At a local scale, we look at an existing suburb and identify a central point. When walking and/or cycling, the 20-minute city exists within a 2-kilometre radius. We propose to link these 20-minute radius nodes to urban centres linked together by high-speed trains. Within this 2-kilometre radius, we have identified existing housing densities. We intend to maintain the current lifestyle of the local residents. The sites dedicated to industrial space will continue to operate as per normal. The existing network of green space within the urban fabric is disconnected. Existing infrastructure of roads are now transformed with the loss of the car to extend public open space within the street. Existing retail and commercial activities service this neighbourhood. Major civic buildings, for example, town halls, post offices, supermarkets, and social services. Under education, there are libraries and schools. Health precincts with dentists and clinics. Highlighted are spaces that have been made redundant. Car parks are now identified as potential public open spaces. These spaces are now reclaimed for the community and become designated areas for interaction, urban farms, recreational parks, and an extension of the community infrastructure. This mode of living allows for greater flexibility. Supermarkets now have the ability to grow fresh produce in once occupied car. Streets are now more free after the removal of cars. This provides more green space and expansion of the sidewalk, giving more opportunity for community space and gathering. The parking lot typology is now transformed into new usable spaces. We envisioned a community centre, rooftop cinema, library and childcare centres, and other urban interaction. As a result, we evolve what is a local community into a 20-minute walking and cycling city. The suburban fabric gradually transforms into a city within a larger network of urban centres.